Cheevo, guys!
What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another video. Today, I want to talk to you guys about how to redeem games from other regions. So, the reason that we're going to be talking about this today is because some games have achievement stacks in other countries or regions. For instance, the Halo Master Chief Collection in China has a whole separate achievement list, and if you're able to download that version, you can get an additional almost 4,700 gamer score. Now, while we're on the China topic, let's just go ahead and knock it out. China is the only region that more than likely you guys are not going to be able to get games from. This is because China is the only place that region locks their consoles. This meaning, even if you happen to get a hold of a Chinese game code, you would not be able to redeem it unless you had a Chinese console. So, to put it plain and simple, you can't play any Chinese versions of the games unless you have a Chinese console. I talk a lot about this in my how to download the Halo Master Chief Collection Chinese version. But in this video, I want to focus on other regions. So now that we got China knocked out of the way, that's the only one that's like that, guys. Any other region will be able to redeem or download a game via a VPN. Now, if you don't know what a VPN is, it's a virtual private network. It's traditionally a service that you pay a subscription for either monthly or annually, and it lets you go on the internet in other countries. So let's say I bought an Argentina code online or a Japanese code online, and I can't redeem that code in the US because that code can only be redeemed in its original region. So let's say I buy a Japanese code, for instance. So to redeem that code, there's actually two different ways with Japan. With some more relaxed regions, you can simply go into the settings and change the region on your console, and you can go ahead and access that country's marketplace. However, there is a catch. To buy stuff from that marketplace, you are going to need currency from that market. So if you want to be able to buy games from the Japanese store, you're going to need to load up your account with some Japanese yen. There is a website I typically use to get gift cards from other regions. That's going to be this website called offgamers.com. I purchased Japanese and UK gift cards from them, and I was able to redeem them both. Once you have that region's currency redeemed on your profile, you'll be able to purchase games from that region until that money runs out, of course. Now, depending on the region, if you weren't able to redeem that gift card by simply changing your region, this is where you're going to have to get a VPN. Some countries or regions are going to require that you're on that country's internet to be able to access their marketplace or redeem a code. Argentina is a really good example. So for those who don't know, Argentina has the cheapest prices in the world on the Xbox Live Store. Their games are much cheaper compared to the prices on our games. For instance, what would cost $60 here for a game, for some games, depending on the publisher, might cost, half the price in Argentina if you're using, US dollars. Now, because of all of that, this region is probably the most locked down region. To be able to redeem an Argentina code, let's say you get an Argentina code online, you purchased it off somebody for a good price, you wouldn't be able to redeem that from the USA unless you used a VPN. If you guys are wondering what VPN service I use, I think the one I use is called Safer VPN. I'll try to get a link for you guys and put it in the description below. Pretty sure I paid like $50 to $60 for the full year rather than paying for the monthly, just because I knew I was going to be using it. The one I use is in a form of an application, so I simply open up the app and I can load up a VPN in any country that I want. So yeah, the one I use is an app, it's not a website. Anyway, if you use the Argentina VPN, you would be able to redeem that code on your profile, and then you own it, and then you can play it, anytime after that. You really just need the VPN to be able to redeem it on your profile. That's the case with pretty much every region, even the Chinese Halo Master Chief Collection. Once I redeemed it on my profile, I owned it, and now I can play it on any console. But yeah, if you happen to get your hands on any Argentina codes, you can redeem those with a VPN on your profile. Now, if you're trying to buy games from Argentina, you're not going to find any success. Even if you log in through a VPN into Argentina, you're going to need to load up the local currency on there, and they don't sell any gift cards online. If you do find any, they're selling them for a lot of money, where it pretty much, evens out the price at that point. And if you're trying to purchase it straight from your profile, you're not going to be able to load up any type of United States or United Kingdom or Australia, wherever you're from, your local debit card. You would have to load up an Argentina credit card in there to be able to buy stuff from their store. Now, personally, I've redeemed codes from Argentina, from the UK, from France, from Japan, and probably some other countries, but those are the ones that I know off the top of my head, and I redeemed all of those via VPN. Now, as I mentioned before, all of this depends on the country. It all goes down to the region level. Whether you just need to log in, change your settings, change the region. You're going to find that some regions just aren't locked down. For example, one of the popular things to do is to change your region to New Zealand because they have the earliest time. Basically, they're the farthest in the future. Like, if you look at the time zone, look up what time it is in New Zealand. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the games come out there first. For instance, if you know a game is about to come out on Game Pass a certain day, or the games with gold, if you want to get them a little bit early, a couple hours early, you can switch your region to New Zealand. And at that point, you can go ahead and play the game a couple hours early. For example, I just did it with 2 Point Hospital. The game didn't come out on Game Pass here in California until like 9 or 10 p.m. But I was able to play it earlier, I think around like 2 or 3, because I switched my region to New Zealand and it was already out there. And the last reason people change their region sometimes is to take advantage of the games with gold in other countries. Sometimes other countries have different games with gold. Now, I'm a bit hesitant to recommend this one because I tried recommending it on Twitter one time and I got a couple comments saying that you can get in trouble with your profile for doing that. However, I personally have never seen it or never heard of anybody getting in trouble for it. I mean, you're simply changing your country to take advantage and get a game for free for a service that you pay for. So that last one is totally up to you on taking advantage of the games with gold in other regions. Not too sure if anybody's ever been banned for it at all. But for example, Japan has a special games with gold this month. They have a game called Revenant Dogma, which is actually a Japanese exclusive, free with games with gold. So you might want to change your region to Japan to go ahead and download that game for free. I personally have been doing this whole region change thing and, taking advantage of the games with gold for other region pretty much since this whole games with gold thing started. So you guys should be just fine. Ultimately, we're just trying to get some more Cheevos. Completely harmless. We're not doing anything unethical. We're just trying to get some more achievements in some more games. That's really the only reason you're probably watching this video, is because you're potentially interested in stacking a game that you like in another region. Also, quick tidbit I want to throw out there for you guys, little bonus fact. I heard that if you own any of the region-specific 360 titles, for example, Gears of War 2 Japanese Edition, if you own that disc, you can actually install that Japanese version of Gears of War 2 on your Xbox One because it is backwards compatible. So not only is the original version backwards compatible, but all of the other countries' versions are backwards compatible. So like BioShock. BioShock has a bunch of different stacks. It has like a Russia stack, a Japanese stack, a couple other ones. If you have any of those versions of BioShock, you should be able to install them and play them on your Xbox One. So that's about it for this video. Just wanted to throw some knowledge at you guys in regards to changing regions and stacking games. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If this video helped you out, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.